Before we dive into the heart of the story, take a moment to reflect on the incredible history, power, and mystery hidden beneath the waves of the Persian Gulf. If you're as fascinated by ancient civilization, maritime legends, and geopolitical as we are, hit that like button, leave us a comment with your thoughts or questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Now, let's begin this unforgettable journey. Along the southern coasts of Iran, where the land merges with the sea and history flows through islands and harbors, the Persian Gulf stands as a symbol of both geographical and cultural significance. This body of water is not merely a physical boundary, but a cultural, economic, and even political one. From ancient times to the present, the Persian Gulf has been not only a lifeline for Iran, but also a vital link for empires stretching from India to Europe. This body of water is more than just a name. It is a legacy that has been known for centuries, and throughout history has always been tied to the land of Iran. The Persian Gulf holds within it the traces of ancient civilization, local beliefs, fierce battles, and significant peace treaties. The Persian Gulf is not just a body of water, it is the cradle of civilization and a key to the global economic future. The Persian Gulf has been a key part of human history for over 7,000 years. It's where some of the world's earliest civilization took shape, and those civilizations had a big impact on the world we know today. One of the world's oldest known works of literature, the Epic of Gilgamesh, features stories and myths related to the ancient Mesopotamian civilization, which has strong ties to the Persian Gulf region. Gilgamesh's quest for immortality and his adventures resonate with the rich history of the Gulf. Some scholars and enthusiasts have suggested that the location of Garden of Eden, as described in Abrahamic religious texts, could be in or near the Persian Gulf region. This theory has sparked various interpretations and discussions. The Gulf region is rich in archaeological mysteries, and stories of submerged or lost cities abound. Some suggest that there might be undiscovered ancient cities or settlements hidden beneath the Gulf's water, waiting to reveal their secrets. Like many maritime regions, the Persian Gulf has its share of mythical sea creatures and its folklore. Tales of sea monsters, mermaids, and other fantastical beings have been part of the Gulf's oral tradition for centuries. The adventures of Sinbad the Sailor, from the classic collection of Middle Eastern folktales known as 1001 Nights, often involve journeys through the Persian Gulf. These tales offer a glimpse into the maritime traditions and legends of the region. Ancient Mesopotamian texts mention a place called Dilmun, which is believed to be located in the Gulf region. Dilmun was considered a paradise associated with immortality and abundance. It's a testament to the Gulf's historical significance. No discussion about the Persian Gulf would be complete without exploring some intriguing conspiracy theories. Some claim that there are underwater alien bases hidden beneath its depths, while others suggest that the Gulf holds the key to ancient lost civilizations. The Gulf region is a fascinating mosaic of culture, home to a diverse population, including Arabs, Persians, South Asians, and expatriates from around the world. The blend of tradition, languages, and cuisines creates a rich cultural tapestry. Beyond the conspiracy theories, the Persian Gulf holds genuine ethological mysteries. Ancient artifacts, shipwrecks, and submerged ruins continue to be discovered, shedding light on the region's rich history and trade networks. One of the earliest civilizations to settle by the Persian Gulf was the Elamites around 3000 BCE in southwestern Iran. They were pretty advanced, making strides in things like architecture, agriculture, and governance. Later, the Persian Empire under leaders like Darius the Great used the Gulf as a hub for trade and military operations. The Gulf also played a big role during the Sassanid Empire, where it became a center for both commerce and defense, linking Persia with other ancient powers like Rome and India. The Persian Gulf has been called by many names over the centuries. Ancient Greek geographers like Herodotus referred to it as Parsikon Kitis, or the Persian Gulf, reflecting its ties to Persia. Even during the Islamic era, it was still very much influenced by both Persian and Arab cultures, with port cities like Hormuz becoming bustling trade hubs connecting east and west. Millions of years ago, the Persian Gulf was nothing more than vast shallow basin connected to Asian seas. Over time, the movement of tectonic plates, particularly the collision of the Arabian plate and the Eurasian plate, caused the region to sink, forming the Gulf we see today. The convergence of these plates created a shallow sea with a depth of about 15 meters, ideal for shipping and trade routes that would later shape global commerce. The Gulf itself is the result of geological transformation that saw immense sediment deposits accumulating over time. These sediments, rich in organic material from marine life, eventually formed the oil and gas reserves that have made the region an economic powerhouse. Archaeological findings along the southern coasts of Iran, particularly in Bandar Siraf, Qeshm, Ish, and Khark, offer us a glimpse into the lives of the ancient civilizations that thrived there. These discoveries highlight the region's historical role as a hub for maritime trade. The sea may have boundaries, but the Persian Gulf, a historical significance, is limitless. John F. Kennedy, 35th President of the United States. During the Achaemenid era, the Persian Gulf became a crucial trade center for the Persian Empire. Darius the Great, around 500 BCE, ordered the construction of a massive naval fleet to expand trade routes from Iran to India and East Africa. This fleet helped open up trade links with nations beyond the Persian Empire, and cities such as Gorgan and Shiraf flourished. Under the Sassanid Empire, the Persian Gulf was firmly established as the economic heart of Iran. The Sassanids developed ports like Sirabad and Obola, expanding trade with India and Africa. They even maintained diplomatic and trade relations with Rome and Byzantium, dominant maritime powers of the time. Throughout this era, the Persian Gulf was witness to numerous naval battles and trade exchanges between Iran and other nations. Herodotus, the Greek historian, referred to this body of water as the Persian Sea, noting that the Persians regard the sea as their own, for they have made it their own with their culture. Maps and historical documents are vital evidence supporting the enduring name Persian Gulf. From ancient times to today, all records refer to this water body by this name. Ptolemy, the Greek geographer of the 2nd century CE, identified the sea as Sinus Persicus. Additionally, many Islamic geographers, such as Yaqut al-Hamawi and Ibn Hawqal, use the term Persian Gulf in their works. Islamic geographers like al-Masudi and al-Idrisi continued using the name in the medieval period. European explorers of the Renaissance era further solidified this name on maps and navigation charts. In modern times, authoritative maps such as those by National Geographic and Britannica continue to use the name Persian Gulf officially. This name is also recognized in official documents by organizations like the United Nations and UNESCO. Despite modern attempts by some to rename it the Arabian Gulf for political reasons, the term Persian Gulf remains intact in international law, scientific research, and global diplomacy. The name of the Persian Gulf is an ancient heritage that no one can erase, as it's a part of the identity of the people who have lived around it for millennia. UNESCO report. The Persian Gulf is home to some of the world's richest oil and natural gas reserves, and that has had a huge impact on global trade and politics. The discovery of oil in the Gulf in the early 1900s completely changed the game. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Kuwait became major oil producers, and this created immense wealth for the region. The Gulf's oil reserves are still some of the largest in the world, making it a key player in global energy markets. These resources have shaped the economy and political of the region, with oil export connecting the Gulf countries to the rest of the world. Ports along the Persian Gulf, such as Bandar Abbas, are key players in global trade, especially for oil. The region has long been a key energy corridor, transporting oil to Asia, Europe, and beyond. This makes the Gulf not only a resource-rich area, but a vital part of the world's economy. The Persian Gulf region played a vital role in the ancient incense, roots, frankincense, and myrrh, highly prized commodities in the ancient world, were traded through Gulf ports, connecting Arabia to the Mediterranean and beyond. This trade enriched Gulf civilization and fueled cultural exchange. The Persian Gulf has seen its fair share of wars and conflicts, particularly in the 20th century. The Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s was a major conflict in the Gulf that had a huge impact on the region's political and economical stability. Then, in the 1990s, Iraq's invasion of Kuwait sparked the Gulf War, which led to military intervention by US-led coalition. These wars affected global oil prices and political relationships, leaving a lasting impact on the region. The islands of the Persian Gulf, each carrying its own historical and cultural identity, are vital to the region's significance. Islands such as Qesh, Hormuz, Kish, and Abu Musa have played pivotal roles in trade, culture, and daily life throughout history. On Kish Island, archaeological sites such as ancient docks and stone anchors from the Sassanid period have been discovered. On Hormuz Island, the Portuguese fort stands as a testament to European colonial architecture in the Gulf. On Qesh, ancient Zoroastrian shrines still remain. The Persian Gulf isn't just important for its economic resources, it also has incredibly delicate ecosystem. The region is home to diverse marine life and coral reefs, but it faces significant environmental threats. The Gulf suffers from pollution caused by oil spills, industrial waste, and overfishing. These issues are harming marine habitats, including coral reefs that are essential to the region's biodiversity. As climate change raises sea temperatures, the region's ecosystem is facing even greater challenges. To address these concerns, Gulf nations are working on various environmental initiatives to reduce pollution and protect the region's fragile ecosystem. These include programs to restore coral reefs and limit the damage caused by oil extraction. The oil boom brought immense wealth to the Gulf states, allowing them to invest in infrastructure, education, and diversification of their economies. However, it also made them heavily dependent on oil exports, a situation they are actively seeking to change. In recent decades, some Arab countries have sought to refer to this body of water as the Arabian Gulf for political reasons. However, in all international records, including the United Nations and UNESCO, the name Persian Gulf is officially recognized. This issue has become a prominent topic in media campaigns, where Iranians have actively defended the true name of the Gulf through social media. Thank you for watching.
As you know, I have been across the Gulf that you call Persian and they call Arabian.
Why do you call it Gulf? You have been to school, or haven't you?
Yes,
What was the name that you have read during your school days?
Persian Gulf.
All right.
But they do call it Arabian Gulf.
Well, they can do many things.